William Shakespeare was born in 26 April 1564 and died in 23 April 1616. He was an English poet, playwright, and actor, widely regarded as the greatest writer in the English language and the world's preeminent dramatist. And he began his career as a playwright probably in the early 1590s by writing comedies and history plays. His extant work included some collaborations consisting of about 38 plays, 154 sonnets, 2 long narrative poems, and a few other verses, the authorship of some of which is uncertain. His plays have been translated into every major living language and are performed more often than those of any other playwright. Shakespeare himself apparently had no interest in preserving for posterity the sum of his writing, let alone in clarifying the chronology of his works or in specifying which plays he wrote alone and which with collaborators. He is often called England's national poet. His work can categorize in early, middle, latest, comedy, tragedy, and historical dramas. Shakespeare produced most of his known work between 1589 and 1613. His early plays were mainly comedies and histories, and this work remains regarded as some of the best work produced in this genre even today. He then wrote mainly tragedies until about 1608, including Hamlet, King Lear, Othello, and Macbeth, considered some of the finest work in the English language. In his latest phase, he wrote tragic comedies, also known as romance, and collaborated with other playwrights.
Should I compare thee to a summer's day? Not all more lovely and more temperate, rough wind to shake the darling buds of May, and summer's lease has all too short a day. Sometimes too hard the eye of heaven shines, and often is his gold complexion dim, and every fair from fair sometimes declines by chance or nature changing course untrimmed. But thy eternal summer shall not fade, nor lose possession of thy fair laws, nor shall death break thou wonders in his shade, when eternal lies to time thou growest. So long as man can breathe or eyes can see, so long live these, and these give life to thee.
Begins by asking whether he should or will compare thee to a summer day. He says that his beloved is more lovely and more even-tempered. He then runs off a list of reasons why summer isn't all that great. Winds shake the buds that emerge in spring. Summer ends too quickly, and the sun can get too hot or be obscured by clouds. He goes on saying that everything beautiful eventually fades by chance or by nature's inevitable change. Come back to the beloved, though he argues that his or her summer won't go away, nor will his or her beauty fade away. Moreover, death will never be able to take the beloved, since the beloved exists in eternal lines. The speaker concludes that as long as humans exist and can see, the point he is writing will live on, allowing the beloved to keep living as well. First of all, I'm going to analyze the structure of the poem. Shall I compare thee to a summer's day is a lyrical poem. The title, Shall I Compare Thee to a Summer's Day, partially conveys the theme of the appreciation of beauty and the sense of falling in love. The theme suggested is the eternal love and beauty. This work has 14 lines and each line consists of 10 syllables, so we can call it sonnet, and its rhyme scheme is A, B, A, B, C, D, C, D, E, F, E, F, G, G. In the octave, the first 8 lines, time is shown as the enemy of the transitory nature of beauty, and there are references to different passages of time: day, May, date, summer. Highlighted by but. The sentence, the last 6 lines introduce time as the solution. The youth's beauty will be everlasting as long as the sonnet exists, and the references are to the eternal and solemnness. Contain a repetition solemnness. The purpose is to reveal the everlasting beauty of Shakespeare's beloved. Shakespeare used the alliteration as well as repetition, fair from fair, to emphasize the attractiveness fading away. Personification occurs throughout the poem, in the form of summer, the sun, nature, and death. Summer and death are personified to suggest a human relationship. Death is a rival for the poet's love. The summer's lease is echoed in line 8 at throughout, extending the metaphor further. Shakespeare has shown his joy of being deeply in love with a beautiful man and used bright summer to compare with the internal beauty of this man. Now I'm going to analyze the poem. The poem starts with a rhetorical question: shall I compare thee to a summer's day, which implies adoration to his beloved. Then the next line is the admiration for this woman's magnificence, with 2 adjectives, lovely and temperate. The selection of these 2 words make this woman's good look seems very pleasant but also magnificent. From line 3 to line 8 describe summer's drawback, and in the line 5, the eye of heaven, and line 6, gold complexion. They implicitly describe the characteristics on a face, with the use of imagery and metaphor. Line 7 and 8 refer to an unavoidable truth that all beautiful things will eventually grow fainter as time goes by because of the strenuous encounters in life. Then the next line, but the eternal summer shall not fade, describes the beauty that will stay for eternity and will always remain the quality and prolonged existence. To conclude, the main thing is that the object of the speaker's affection will live forever in the poem he's writing about her. The idea is that even though the beloved will eventually die, her beauty and godliness will live on and be remembered whenever people read Sonnet 18.
To love I have to comfort and despair, which like two spirits to discuss me still. The better angel is a man right fair, the worst spirit a woman could ill. To win me soon to hell, my female devil tempts my better angel from my side, and will corrupt my saint to be a devil. Win his purity with her for pride, and whether let my angel be turned fair. Suspect I may, but not directly tell, but being both from me, both to each friend. I guess one angel in another's hell, yet this sure I never know, but live in doubt. Tell my bad angel, fire my good one out.
144 is the only sonnet that explicitly refers to both the dark lady and the young man. The poet's two loves. Typically, the poet removes himself from the love triangle and tries to consider the situation with detachment. The sonnet can be read as an internal struggle, a portrait of emotional turmoil within the speaker. This latter interpretation is bolstered by Shakespeare's use of the medieval device of psychomachia, the same technique Marlowe used in Dr. Faustus, when the Faustus listened to the god and the bad angel, spirits that may be both internal and external at the same time. In the first quatrain of Sonnet 144, the speaker indicates he has two loves. The first is a comforting, handsome young man who exemplifies virtues of integrity. The other, however, is a despairing, dark-complexioned lady who epitomizes depravity. The speaker uses sensory details of each of the spirit appearance to hint at the essence of their inner being. He also identifies both as angels to illustrate how each guides his life, unfortunately in directions that were diametrically and ethically opposite. See the first line. This line would have led some to believe that Shakespeare is bisexual, and this line represents two very different forms of love, sexual and brotherly. In the line 3, Shakespeare's sonnet gives voice to the poet's deep suspicions that his better angel has been corrupted by a worse spirit. His now knowing furthermore compounds his jealousy and leads him to suspect the very worst. The remaining sonnets tell about the dark lady as his worst spirit, and say that she is married. The sonnets depict a painful and erotic relationship in which the poet remains attached to his mistress through a combination of love and even stronger lust. The devil and the angel mentioned have been used numerous times. The better angel is a man who is beautiful and handsome, while the worst spirit or angel is a woman who is dark in her coloring. It is quite clear that the poet prefers the companionship of the man over that of the lady. Next, in the second quatrain, the speaker describes how the dark angel tempts the better angel by seducing his pure and ethical nature with her dark pride. This action will force the speaker to endure the mental agony that accompanies the divided relationships that he has with each of the angels. He has loyalties towards both and is not capable to bear his emotions when he realizes his better angel is being pulled in the wrong direction. In the line 5, to win me soon to hell. Hell for the point is the mental anguish he suffers due to his divided loyalties and the strange new development in his sordid love triangle. The hell in this line, it doesn't mean hell in the literal sense, but the turmoil of having to choose between his shared loyalties and not understanding what would be the final result in this love triangle. He says that would corrupt his better angel into a devil and corrupt his soul with her pride. Interestingly, he placed all the guilt of the relationship between his male and female lovers on the lady. In the line 6, this is a clear allusion to the story of Adam and Eve. Shakespeare, as the patriarchy, sees the female evil tempted his better angel from his side. In the final quatrain, the speaker describes how the better angel has possibly turned evil through the methods of persuasion by the dark angel. There is no visible evidence for this assumption, but the speaker is able to suspect this because he has known both angels. As their relations change, the speaker knows something is different and very wrong with his better angel, due to this hold that the dark angel seemingly has on the better angel. She is his hell. In the line 9, the poet is unsure if his fair friend, the better angel, will turn enemy, but he suspects this to be true. He feels so because both the better angel and worse spirit are away from him and becoming friends and coming too close to each other. In the final couplet, the speaker describes how the dark angel's power of persuasion eventually forced the better angel to succumb to the immorality. This proves that the depraved dark angel influenced the conscience of the speaker to a point where he was not able to live virtuously. The speaker's actions were controlled by the two inner beings. However, the dark angel proved to be his vice and prevailed through temptation. In the last line, some scholars argue that fire in this line specifically refers to venereal disease. They claim that the point is saying his victories will give his male lover the fire or infection. This interpretation is quite possibly the right one, as venereal disease was rampant in Tudor society.